I just had a session with because she's given me loads of ideas and inspiration to share with you about things that are really, really, really important, like the key core messages of the work that I do and what can really help to make massive shifts in your life and where you're at in terms of your energy, your health, your weight, your happiness. So here it is. What this client just said to me now is, Bridget, I hear all you're saying. I know all of that, but I just need a program, a plan, a structure, accountability. When I don't have those things, then I just don't do anything. I want to exercise, I want to eat better, but I just don't make it happen without those structures in place. And straight away, my alarm bells ring. And I'll tell you why. Because I haven't been doing this work for a couple of years or a couple of weeks or a couple of months. I've actually been doing it for a bloody long time. I just turned 33 on the weekend, and now officially I have been practicing as a nutritionist since 2002. So this is coming on to and up towards 14 years of practice. In that time, I have seen hundreds of women. I have seen, possibly thousands of clients actually. And people of all walks of life, men, women, rich, poor, athletes, people that have just recovered from heart attacks or in the hospital and just had a heart attack, or people just diagnosed with diabetes, or people with chronic renal failure, kidney failure, or someone who is living with cancer and going through chemo treatment. There isn't a person or a situation, I don't believe, that I haven't come across. And if there is, I do understand the basics or the nitty-gritty of human physiology, biology, and nutrition and how it all interacts together. So I'm very confident in what I know and believe and practice and teach in my work today. And this is what I want to share with you. The idea that you need structure, that you need a plan, that you need a program, that you need someone to be accountable to is absolutely going to keep tripping you up and getting you back into the same spot over and over and over again, which is frustration and ending up back where you started or worse, or failing. This is what we see. We know with all confidence that diets, calorie restriction, prescriptive exercise programs are correlated with not weight loss, but weight gain and even obesity. We know that calorie restriction and diets and prescriptive exercise programs lead to obsessions with food, like fixations on food, not being able to stop thinking about food, thinking that, what am I going to be having for breakfast and lunch and dinner, and just constantly being consumed with thoughts of food. And honestly, there's so much more to life than food. I love food as much as anybody, but thinking about it all day, every day is a bloody waste of life. And yeah, I've been there, not just though from my own experience. It's the experience of my clients. We're missing precious moments. We're missing life when we're constantly fixated on thinking about food. And diets and prescriptive programs and exercise regimes lead to a fixation on food. So we don't want to do that. Another thing they lead to is disordered eating, or eating disorders or body image issues. Diets, calorie restriction, and prescriptive programs do not lead to any of the things that we actually desire, which is freedom and energy and joy and happiness. They absolutely don't. We know that without a doubt. We know diets don't work. We know prescription doesn't work. So what works? What works, guys, and especially as women, is complete freedom and choice with food, with movement. Some days we're going to feel like moving, some days we're not going to feel like moving. Some days the perfect thing to be eating is a sugar-filled, fat-filled, gluten-filled brownie with joy, presence, and pleasure. And our metabolisms and our bodies are saying, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And, with consciousness and awareness, we're eating this with joy, and every cell in our body is saying yes, and we're happy, and everything's processing and digesting as it should. What leads to a slowed metabolism, a sluggish metabolism, a compromised digestion, immune system, depleted energy, is constantly worrying about and stressing about and analyzing every single friggin' thing we're putting in our mouth. Let me tell you, there isn't one right way to eat. I can't say this enough. There isn't one right way to eat. If there was, there wouldn't be a Parisian culture, and there wouldn't be a Greek culture, and there wouldn't be an African culture. We'd all eat exactly the same bloody thing. It's not the case. We're completely different, and what's right for us in this moment is different for the person next to me, and it's different for the me that I am next week or next year. The only way to find what it is we're after in terms of energy and freedom and our weight and everything related to food and body and everything else is intuitive eating, intuitive movement, being in tune with ourselves, being the authority in our life. As long as you think that you have to be accountable to someone else or something else or a program or a plan, yep, that might work for 12 weeks. It might work for 3 months. Hell, it might work for 6 months. But in all the years I've been practicing, I have never, ever come across a person who has said to me, that program worked for me and I stuck to it my whole life and I was happy and it gave me everything I wanted. Never, ever, ever. So, intuitive eating, intuitive moving, means being in tune, like with you, this vessel, and being here, not anything out there. So empower yourself and affirm to yourself, I do know what is good for me. I'm going to give you some things that I want you to do right now that are going to shift and change how you move forward. Number one, I want you to ask yourself how you want to feel. Not what it is you want physically, tangibly, a certain size, a certain weight. I want to ask you, why do you want those things? How do you want to feel? Because let me tell you, you can feel fat when you're 30 kilos and a skeleton. I am not joking. I've worked with eating disorders. I've been in that headspace. I have literally looked in the mirror and seen fat on my body when I clearly don't have any fat on my body. This was many, many years ago when I was in between, I think, high school and university, and I truly thought and felt that I was fat, and I was far from fat. If anything, I was underweight. But I'm not just talking about me. This is something that is absolutely the way we feel, has absolutely nothing to do with what's actually going on in physical reality, okay? So feelings are different. So ask yourself how you want to feel. Why do you want to be that size, or why do you want to be that weight? What's it going to give you? How are you going to feel? Let's say, for example, this is going to make you feel lighter, fitter, stronger. Great. Take those feelings. Put them everywhere. Remind yourself, I want to feel lighter, fitter, stronger. And start to align your choices, your thought choices, your food choices, your movement choices with those feelings. What is going to make me feel lighter? Like thinking, like I know when at the moment I'm studying at university and I get real serious and I get all tense, and it's like, lighten up, Bridge. Like, you can relax and do this. You don't have to be so serious about it. Lighten up. This is the wisdom I've received myself this morning in my own journaling. Lighten the hell up. Have a laugh. Don't take it so serious. Just lighten up. So your practice from now on in is to ask yourself, how do I want to feel? And then align your thoughts, behaviors, and actions with how you want to feel. And it's not an overnight process. It's a constant feedback process. You give something a go and you assess, did that make me feel how I wanted to? Yes or no? It's not failure. It's not, oh my God, scrap it, it's not working. It's like, actually, if I just, maybe if I do this, that will then lead to how I want to feel. So it's a process, a feedback process. Number two, I want you to remind yourself that you have a lot of wisdom and knowledge and intelligence inside of yourself. Ask yourself what feels right for you in terms of food and movement. And this is a week-to-week thing because it'll constantly change. So right now, what really works for you with breakfast? What feels right? Does it feel right to have breakfast? Does it feel right not to have breakfast? Does it feel right to have a high-fat breakfast? Does it feel right to have a high-protein breakfast? Does it feel right to have a carb-full breakfast? What feels right when your body says, yes, that's right for me? What does your body say yes to? Give it a go. Try it out in practice. Get the feedback. Did that work? Did you feel light, fit, and strong? Or did you feel heavy and bloated and something else? You get the feedback and you go, okay, right, wise one, how could I adjust that so that I actually feel the way I want to feel? And it's that process. Do the same for snacks, for lunch, for dinner. Are you a person who functions better with snacking? Yes or no? Yes, I used to. At the moment, no. I'm better when I'm not snacking and I'm eating full, complete meals with loads of fat. In the past, that wasn't the case for me. I didn't tolerate fat so well, and I preferred to be snacking throughout the day. So what's right for you at any one time will constantly change. The only way to know what's right for you at any one time is to be in tune. In tune. Use your intuition. Awesome. So if snacking feels great for you, it's a good thing. You want to keep up those energy levels. Write down 3 things that feel great for you to snack on. Again, everybody is different. Is it some yogurt and fruit? Is it some carrot sticks and cottage cheese? Is it some tuna on crackers? Is it some corn thins with avocado? Is it half an avocado filled with like a tahini or a nut pesto or something? What is it? If you're not sure, look for some ideas and wait for the yes, that inspires me. Yes, that feels right for me. And then what? You try it, you get the feedback, and you adjust accordingly. Trusting yourself and your body as your authority the entire way through. And you practice that with your breakfast, your snacks, your lunch, your dinners. You might just pick one area to focus on at the moment, maybe just breakfast and snacks as an example. The other thing I want to add in here is don't forget water. In all the years I've worked with people, you know, as much as I say everybody's different, what I have noticed is that there is a magical amount of water that seems to work for pretty much everyone I've worked with, that when they get to this amount of water, everything is better. So their skin is better, their weight is better, their bowel function is better, their skin is better, their immune system is better, their stress levels, their moods, everything. And that's 3 liters of water. So if you're not doing 3 liters of water a day, I want you to make that a priority. Just do it. Just remember that it works. It works, it works, it works. Water. Okay, the last thing I want to leave you with is you. Nobody else. If you want to be and live a fit, active, healthy lifestyle, and you want to be a fit, active, healthy person for life at 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, you have to learn to be your own authority in your life. You have to learn to keep your word to yourself. Hey, Bridge, it's important to me that I feel good. And what makes me feel good is eating well and getting out in the sunshine and breathing in fresh air. So I have to keep that word and that knowledge to myself. It's not going to work for me if I have to feel that I have to be accountable to somebody else. Yes, I can get guidance from other people. I can get inspiration and support and encouragement from other people. I love my fortnightly check-ins with my mentor. However, if I never learn to keep my word to myself, I'll be constantly looking outside of myself for answers. And that is not the recipe or way to living forever a happy, healthy lifestyle. So please know that the person you're looking for to answer your questions, to be accountable to, and to keep your word to is the person in the mirror. It's you. You need to learn to keep your word to yourself, to honor yourself. And when you do, you will have this for life. And no, it's not an instant process. It's not overnight. It's not even a couple of weeks. It's a journey. It's a journey, and if you can embrace the idea that it's a journey, there's no such thing as failure, only feedback, and that you do have the answers within, you will get there. And I'm always happy to answer your questions. This is the work I do all day, every day with my clients. I absolutely love it. I love honoring the unique individual that you are. It's just my joy. It's my joy to help you realize that you've got all the answers within you. It's my joy to help you realize that you're perfect as you are, you do have the answers, and you can absolutely have what you want, be what you want, achieve what you want, and live the life that you're really craving. So if I can help in any way, please do not hesitate to contact me, Bridget, BRIDGET, at New Leaf Nutrition, turning over a newleafnutrition.com You can find me on Facebook, New Leaf Nutrition. You can find me on Instagram, New Leaf Nutrition. You can also find me online, newleafnutrition.com.au. I do love to hear from you. Please tell me what you thought of this video. Was it helpful? Have I answered your questions? What arguments or hesitations do you have about it? Just feel free, comment below or email me or Facebook me, whatever floats your boat. And feel free, please, to subscribe to this channel so that you can be aware and notified whenever I release any little gems or nuggets of information. I can't promise you that it'll be every single week. I can't promise you that I'll send out a newsletter every single week. What I will promise you is that I will always share with you the absolute truth about what I know in terms of being your happiest, healthiest, and most energetic. That is my absolute promise to you. And yes, I do this through my newsletters. So on my website, make sure that you do add your details on the right hand side into a little opt-in box, and then you are one of my VIPs, and I will send you my newsletters when they come out, which is when they come out. All right, guys, that's it. I'm going to stop. I hope it's helped, and I'd love to hear from you. Lots of love. Bye.